Hi, my name is Roger.
And I'm Mayra.
Welcome to RM Travels. Today we're going to give you the complete guide to Grutas de Tolantongo.
For those that don't know about this place, this is a hot springs paradise in Mexico.
You heard it right. Nice and warm water. Tolantongo is located in the state of Hidalgo, about 4 hours from Mexico City.
Okay, how to get there? There's two ways. One way is driving, and the other one is using public transportation, and that's what we did. So you're gonna take a bus from Central Norte to the city of Ixmiquilpan. It's only $9 per person one way, and it's a 3-hour ride. And the bus is pretty comfortable. It has a TV, and we actually enjoyed the ride. So once you get to the city, Ixmiquilpan, you're gonna take the local bus or colectivo to the center of the town. It's only 10 to 15 minutes ride, and it's only $1. And there you're gonna pass through the Mercado or Market Morelos.
This is where we purchased food to take on our trip. This is also a good place for you to stop at an ATM or a bank to get some cash. The park only accepts cash. We bought our water shoes here for $8, and we also explored the market a bit.
And next to this market is the San Antonio parking lot, and this is where you want to head because this is where you're going to take the last bus for the trip. It's next to the market and across the town's church. You're going to go take this bus. It's only $3 one way per person, and it's going to take you to Grutas Tolantongo, and it takes 1 hour to get there.
Once you come into the park, there's going to be an employer of the park that's going to come in the bus and sell tickets individually, each one. So your tickets are only good for the day. So that means from 7 to 8. So if you're going to leave the next day around 9 in the morning, you need to purchase a second ticket to get in.
Right, once you're at the park, you have two options for lodging. Number one is to rent a hotel, and number two is to camp. We camped there. We rented a tent for $5, and we purchased a blanket for $6. And just keep in mind the tents are not waterproof. And for hotels, it's advised to arrive early, and keep in mind that they're very basic, so there's no Wi-Fi, no phone, no TV.
Now let's talk about the park. There's two main sections to this park. There's a third separate section, which is called La Gloria, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's start with the river. The river is a beautiful sky blue. They put rocks all throughout the river to stop the current, so it's not one of those rivers that has a strong current. You can just relax, and the water is around 96 to 100 degrees, so it's just perfect.
All right, now we're gonna talk about the tunnel. So a portion of the water from the tunnel goes to the river. And to get to the tunnel, there's stairs, and it's a little bit steep, so be prepared for that. But once you get to the tunnel, it's pretty much a natural sauna. You feel the steam as soon as you get in there, and you see the water shooting from everywhere. It's just so beautiful. There's also a few waist deep pools, and the water there is a little bit hotter. It's like 104 degrees, and it's just amazing. Just to be in there is just really an experience of your life.
To the right of the tunnel, you're going to see the caves. At the entrance of this cave, there's already a beautiful waterfall, and as you step inside, you're going to see a big hole on the roof where a big amount of water shoots out of it. You can get your hydro massage on your back, and there's water shooting out of all the corners in that wall as well. And then as you get deeper into the cave, there's a second cave. That one's completely pitch black. You need a flashlight to go there. There's usually a guide that walks you in there and shows you around. There's also a rope that you could hold on as you're going inside.
Okay, next we're gonna talk about the Positas or the thermal pools. So to get here, you're gonna start at the first location. You're gonna go to the front and take the inner shadow. and it's only 50 cents per person. If there's a group of 5 people. If not, it's $4 for the shuttle. So you get to the Positas, or the thermal pools. You're gonna see hotels, restaurants. You're gonna see pools, and of course the thermal pools. So the thermal pools have an amazing view of the canyon, and they're just so relaxing. They're like waist deep, and it's just amazing. You go to the top, and then you can get your mud facial.
And on the lower part of the pools, you're gonna see a nice bridge that gives you a view of the canyons and on the vegetation. And on the other side of that bridge, there's a tunnel. This one is a man-made tunnel. There's a waterfall inside in the beginning of that tunnel, and there's also a little pool section where you could sit and relax and enjoy.
If you're liking this video, please subscribe for more. More coming.
Yeah, hit that like button while you're at it if you want.
All right, now we're gonna talk about food. So as we mentioned before, we recommend you to buy groceries in Ixmiquilpan. That's what we did, but it wasn't enough. So they have at the park, they have one grocery store, so where you can buy a few things in there. We bought some snacks and drinks, and it was pretty good. And both sides of the parks there are restaurants, and the prices at these restaurants are from $2 to $9, very similar in prices, and most of them have food of the region.
So Tolantongo is open the whole year. The rainy season is from June to July. We had one day of rain there when we went, and it completely changed the color of the river. It took about 24 hours for it to go back to normal. And we also advise you to go on the weekdays if you can, because weekends it's really packed. And also avoid Semana Santa in Mexico, because that's when all Mexico is on vacation.
Gear. This is the gear we recommend you to bring. Bring aquatic shoes, because you're gonna use those throughout the park. For the river, there's rocks on the bottom, and with your shoes, you're gonna be so much comfortable walking around the river. And for the tonneau, it's a little bit slippery, so the shoes are very useful. If you're able to bring your own tent, we'll recommend you to do it, because the ones that they have there are now waterproof. However, you can always rent them, just to remind you. We did that, but we had to be creative where we put our tent when it was raining.
Oh yes, we did. Yeah, so there's also bathrooms there. There's lockers that you could rent. There's a pool near the hotel with a dive-in section.
And don't forget your bathing suit.
You remember that separate section we mentioned earlier, La Gloria? So we're going to talk a little bit about it. It's on the other side of the river. It's a separate fee of $5 to get in this section, and it's on the side of the cliff. So there's pools there. Since there's a separate fee, it's usually less crowded. We got to enjoy the pools by ourselves. It's surrounded with nature. There's waterfalls, and everything is just as warm as the whole park. So you also have the option to spend the night there if you like, and you could camp or you could stay at their hotels. There's restaurants there as well. Their hotels are around $30 to $60, and to camp is around $6.
Well, let us tell you that we feel safe throughout the trip. We feel safe on the buses, and the city, Ixmiquilpan, in the park, and we recommend it.
Yeah, we noticed a lot of tourists there. We've seen people from Spain. We've seen some people, some French, and Americans as well. And it's a pretty safe spot.
Yeah, we met a couple from Panama.
From Panama there.
So, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was probably the tunnel, and also the caves. That other cave, the really dark one, where you had to have the flashlight to get in. How about yours?
For me, the river. I love the river. I remember that day I spent the whole day. My fingers were wrinkly, and the tonneau. The tonneau is a natural sauna. Is the whole park. Okay, we hope this video has been helpful. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below.
Let us know if you're already packing your bags. If you're ready to go. If you're ready to go, say I am.
Right below.
All right, you guys. Well, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Woohoo!